So my name's Scott Peasey, I'm the Vice Principal at Southwark College. So we've been involved with the LSIF project about connecting classrooms, a project really to look at how to get our digital and creative learners using IT skills more effectively, and also connecting more effectively with employers and really being able to use ideas and briefs from them and HE partners to really develop their understanding of the industry and of the skills they'll need to move into the workforce. Here we've got about 300 students doing creative arts of various types. One of our concerns has been really about students who are progressing from level 2 who may not reach the entry criteria for level 3, which is typically 4 GCSEs at grade 4 or above. And actually, are we preparing them effectively to move into the workplace? The staff did a lot of work with local employers, and the feedback from them was they were less concerned about the qualifications the students were actually studying, but more about the skills they were learning. So as they said to us, if you take a typical vacancy they put out on, LinkedIn, what they're looking for is actually what can the students actually physically do. What they tend to interview is lots of entry-level candidates who have got great theoretical knowledge, but when you say to them, have you ever actually created a social media campaign yourself? Have you ever, filmed something? They go, no. I know the theory of it, but I've never actually done it. So that's led us really to think particularly about our level 2 course and look to go to smaller qualifications around the awards size, and instead build in skills that learners will do, which our employers have said would be essential for them to gain employment. This allows us to have employers join in real time with that group and communicate with them. What a lot of our employers are telling us is they've never really gone back to Monday to Friday 9 to 5. A lot of their workforce are working semi-remote, and it allows us to just schedule things more effectively with those groups of learners, rather than saying, well, we'll travel to your office in Bermondsey. That will take the students out of class for 3.5 hours. All of that's now gone. We can say to someone, we can meet you at the time you want. Our learners can communicate with you. They can share those ideas, and in real time, they can discuss a solution with you. And that's the reality of modern working in the creative industry. So I think it's a really effective medium for them to understand. I think already you can see the impact by just the number of employers who we're able to work with more frequently. So, pre this kit, it was always a much more laborious process to bring an employer either on site or to go off site. This takes out the whole need for things like risk assessments of trips and all of that kind of thing. It allows people in real time to communicate with them in a safe environment, because obviously they're coming through the college systems. We know when the meeting is taking place, we know who's in that meeting, but it allows that real dialogue. It also allows the students to, and I think the employers, to in real time, if you've had a meeting and that 3 o'clock thing, actually, that's an interesting question that, colleagues just brought up. In real time, you can reorganise that for either later in the day or tomorrow. Whereas previously you would be trying to email people, and that whole momentum, that creativity is lost. So I think it's been really useful, and I think it's made our employers feel much more engaged with us. I also think it sets with students a much clearer sense of responsibility, because this is the world we all now work in as adults, professionals in education. We're all trusted with a laptop. We're all trusted to work remotely when required. We're all trusted to think about, how we work during the day and how we break that down. And I think that's then what it's showing our students. So actually, these are the things you're going to encounter. This is the things you need to consider. What are sensible times to email someone? How do you conduct yourself? How do you look after equipment? And I think those are really useful skills for them to take into the workforce and onto their employers. I think as a college, it's been a really good scheme and project to be involved with. It's really good that it's had fast results or outcomes. So a lot of things that we've been involved with, they tend to be quite slow. It's really been great to, go out and see equipment and then have that in place in situ within a college year.